Hello fellow photographers, Dan here. Today I want to talk about how you can tune the auto tone and the auto color options in Lightpanel to your personal taste. Now, if I took the same raw photo and I gave it to 10 different photographers, I would get 10 different renditions of the editing in Lightroom. None of them would match. They would kind of coalesce, around a center area, but there would be outliers on both sides where some people might like a little more contrast and some people might like a little bit more warmth. So when we built the AI models for Lightpanel, we tried to hit that middle spot, what we think most people are going to like, but we give you lots of control to adjust it. And you can adjust this on a photo by photo or group by group or an entire job basis using the controls and the preferences. Let me show you how to do that. So here's an example. I have opened a photo from a series inside of Lightroom. And when I turn on the auto tone and the auto white balance, you can see it has corrected the tone. It's brought in a little bit more contrast, so we have some better highlight detail, better shadow detail. And when I turn the auto white balance on or off, you can see it corrects a little bit of a color cast that the photo had in it. Now, I can fine tune both of those by moving these sliders for them. So if I bring the auto tone slider down, it's going to go all the way back to the original. If you look in Lightroom, you'll see the sliders go back to nothing. And if I increase it beyond that, you can see how the strength of the adjustment gets even stronger. So maybe I want an even higher adjustment on this photo, maybe something around 120. And I could probably do the same thing with the white balance. If I bring that all the way down to the original, which is a little cold, that north light look, versus the average photographer's opinion, versus maybe I like it a little bit warmer. I can bring that one up to around 120 as well. I kind of like that result. So now what I can do is I can use those same settings across all the other photos that are similar to it without having to go through and remember all the settings. And I certainly don't want to use the exact same slider positions on photo to photo because they're going to vary from photo to photo a little bit. Now I just open up my film strip down here and I would just select all of the other similar photos. And then I'll hit the sync selected button here. And now it'll apply those same AI adjustments to all 15 of those photos. And if we look down here at the bottom, you'll see in a second all their thumbnails are going to update to match. It'll take Lightroom a second here to make those calculations. All right. Now, if you find that you're making these same kinds of adjustments all the time, or maybe you're adjusting things in Lightroom after applying the auto tone and color to tweak them to your taste, let's say I look at these photos and I think, well, that's okay, except, I kind of think the contrast is a little higher than I like, so I'm going to bring the contrast down a little bit. Maybe I want a little bit more vibrance than that. So if I find that those are adjustments that I always make, I can click down here in the preferences and go to the develop tab. And here I can change the amount and biases of the most common adjustments automatically. So by default, they're all going to be what the models think are the right results, but you can tune those up or down based on your taste. So let's say I always like a little bit stronger results, or if I like a little weaker results, I can just use that amount slider to dial in what I want. So let's say I want about 120 of the amount all the time, except I want a little less contrast. I'm going to go about -10 contrast. I'm going to go about +5 vibrance. Maybe that's my taste. Now, the next time I hit these auto tone and auto white balance buttons on a photo I haven't edited before, it's going to take my preferences and biases in taste, and it's going to readjust those photos based on the way I like them to look. There you go. Now, there's one other way you can do this, and that is if you have a whole job that you've already done and edited and you've made everything the way you like, you can save a look and include the basics option. Watch the looks video to show you how to do that, and then it will learn your specific way of correcting on a photo by photo basis. And then you can use that look rather than using the auto tone or white balance. That's another way to work that you can use Lightpanel. All right, there you go. Thanks for watching.